Jai Sri Ram. Welcome everybody. Welcome Vinayji. Thank you for joining Bharat Marg. Today it's a very important discussion. Canadian websites attacked. In fact, websites attacked. Data safe no more. That's what we are going to discuss about. Vinayji is going to put everything together and let's discuss. And before going further, friends, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video with as many people as you can. If you have any questions, please put it here, or if you have any feedback, make sure to ask, do comment here, okay? And also, if you didn't subscribe the channel so far, please go ahead and subscribe the channel Bharat Marg and press the notification bell to stay connected. And we also send one dharmic message every day, and you can get it in the language of your choice at +16479644790 by WhatsApp, and stay connected with the roots of Sanatan Dharma. Okay. And Vinayji, Jai Sri Ram, welcome. And Canada Army website attacked. Man, it's a big thing. Talk about it a little bit. Says what happened, and it is an attack by the Indians against the terrorist harboring Canadian government.
Correct.
That's the message. Yeah, go ahead.
So let me give you a little bit of insight into this. What happened with the hacking? So apparently, an organization or a group. Let's say a group. I don't want to say an organization, but then it becomes legit, right? So a group claiming themselves are the Indian Cyber Force. They call themselves ICF, Indian Cyber Force. So these guys apparently hacked into the Canadian military system, Department of Defense, the Parliament, and other government organizations in Canada. Okay, this happened just about a little over 24 hours ago. All right. Now, this is unprecedented. So apparently the military website, the Department of Defense website was, and the whole system was down for a few hours. They don't say how many hours, but it was down for a few hours. This was only publicly reported about 24 hours ago. Okay.
And Vinayji, here they clearly say your site will be down for 2 hours.
Right. So, but the thing is, you know what? A lot.
Maybe they brought it back again.
They brought it back again, apparently.
And my question is, Vinayji, it's not the Canadian Army which brought it back. The hackers themselves brought the site back, because they say duration is for 2 hours. Can you see here in their tweet?
Right. So, and that's what it is. Like, it apparently automatically was. The Canadian Armed Forces says it was fixed within a few hours. Okay. So they say the nuisance attacks likely haven't put private information at risk. This is coming from Canada's Signals Intelligence Agency, and
the same one which said Niger was killed by the Indian.
and the same agency that also said that this man who entered the Parliament and he was honored inside the Canadian Parliament, was no background check on him, whether he was a Nazi, what his background was, 98-year-old war veteran. So, intelligence.
They put big words, signal, they got this, that.
Yeah. They kind of put big words about the intelligence agencies and stuff like that. And they regard themselves very highly. And I'm not disputing that, but, there's a lot of government interference, government control and stuff like that. So it's kind of whatever works conveniently for the government. It's all politically, insinuated, right? So basically, that's how things work. It looks like, at least in the last little while, since Mr. Trudeau took over as the Prime Minister of Canada. So Defense Minister Bill Blair confirmed the incident was a distributed denial of service attack. So it's called DDoS, which is when robots or bots swarm a website with multiple visits and cause it to stop loading properly. You understand that? So this is a very common thing that happens, unfortunately, often. But our cyber officials and security officials acted very, 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 very quickly, he said. This is Bill Blair. Okay. So it's unfortunate that this is happened, and I think we lost Mr. Dileepan here, and hopefully he's going to come back. But yeah, so basically, it's unfortunate that these things have happened, and various pages of the House of Commons, which is the Parliament website, continued to load slowly or incompletely on Thursday due to an ongoing DDoS attack that officials say started Monday morning. Okay. Now, House of Commons systems responded as planned to protect our network and IT infrastructure. However, some websites may be unresponsive for a short period. And this is coming from the spokesperson, Emily Crossan. Okay. And the House of Commons IT support system, in collaboration with our partners, have implemented mitigating measures and restored service to appropriate service levels. Okay. And this basically is a very unfortunate thing that's happened, and we don't know why this is going on in Canada, because intelligence agencies, are they failing, or are they unable to resolve things, or what's going on? I'm not sure. Okay, now let's talk about the intelligence failure during the visit of this 98-year-old war veteran, and nobody was able to find out that he actually had links to the Nazi. He belonged to the SS. They are one of the most ruthless units of the Nazi company. Okay, we lost you for a bit.
Yes, absolutely.
But I've been continuing, and I've been yeah.
Absolutely. My question is, sorry for the disturbance. My question is very simple. Vinayji, this is what happened here. Okay. See here what they are doing. Okay. It's very, very interesting. They are giving warning before that they are going to hack the site. Okay.
Yeah.
They are giving warning before. Okay. I'll just put the tweet. Okay. See here. Get ready to feel the power of Indian cyber force attack. Will be launching on Canada cyberspace in coming 3 days. It's for the mess you started, Operation Canada. Okay, and respect the world authorities and citizens. We have recently seen Canada government allegation that anti-Indian politics really crossed the limit. Targets they have put. These are all the things that is going to be targeted, and then they say, we will bring down your this thing in 2 hours, and it will be back.
Canadian Air Force, yeah.
Yeah, so they brought it down and they brought it back again. That's the thing. Many times we think that it is brought up by the technical team of Canada, but they said 2 hours we are going to bring it down. It means, how do you see it? Like you say, like a challenge and then do it. How do you see it?
No, this is a huge issue. That's what I was just talking about. How security lapses can result with this, right? When you just showed the warning, which came in on the 21st, okay, and how many days is it? 7 days later, 28th, that this happened, right? So 28th, this happens, and they could have prevented it. They could have easily prevented it. If somebody is giving you a warning, you don't take things lightly, especially, they'll probably think that this is this is not a big deal or whatever, right? But unfortunately, this is crazy what just happened, right? And intelligence just failed. I think they didn't even take the warning, and they probably, I have a feeling that they probably took it lightly, because who are these Indian cyber force? Like, what
Come
can
on,
they do?
say they couldn't stop. Okay, I see like this. If a Canadian military is getting an warning like this, your site is going to be down. Do you think they were going to take it lightly? They have all kind of 5 eyes, 6 eyes, whatever, whatnot they have.
Exactly. So they've got all this, Five Eyes intelligence. They share intelligence with Australia, England, New Zealand, and the US. So they could have easily contacted somebody, one of these countries, and asked them, hey, how genuine is this? What is going on? And things like that. They could have easily prevented it. But the thing is, the Canadian government, under the leadership of Justin Trudeau, has taken things lightly. They are bringing in Nazis, terrorists into the parliament. A person who is supporting the government is actually a supporter of terrorists. If you look at the videos that have been released
Pakistani terrorist.
recently, Canadian terrorists, actually. Sorry,
What do you mean by Canadian terrorist?
No, I mean, these are all Canadian terrorists, right? They live in Canada. They're Canadian citizens, and they're terrorists that belong to the country. So they're Canadian terrorists.
Wow.
Please don't call them Khalistanis, because Khalistani is a not
No
even
man's land.
it's not even started off. Like, it's
No man's land.
yeah, it's a no man's thing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, no point in calling anybody if they don't even exist. Khalistan doesn't exist, so no point in calling these guys Khalistanis. So they're Canadian terrorists. Okay, if they belong to the country of Canada, they create a lot of nuisance here, and that's what it is. So, and these kind of terrorists are in the parliament. They come into the parliament. I mean, Pierre Poilievre, Conservative Party leader, he kind of said it very nicely in the parliament the other day, and he said, "What is Canada doing? The government doing? Sorry, what is the government doing to prevent these people, like terrorists, Nazis, and those kind of people coming into the parliament?" And Mr. Trudeau didn't have an answer. Nothing.
Oh.
He was only
Canada is a hi-fi country. Here, plumbers are getting, what do you call, Intel
VIP
information and Intel report. Plumbers are getting Intel report.
Exactly. So they get to know all the stuff that's going on. I wish my plumber knew something like that, but it's only certain plumbers get to know all that, right?
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. But see, how do you see this one? Okay, and this is not the first time. We spoke on this issue pretty extensively when Rogers went down. Rogers called that as a technical glitch. You remember that? And that is the time Russian war started, and the Canada spoke very high, very, very tough against Russia. And the next day, Rogers' whole operation went down.
Right.
For almost like 24 hours, if I mistake not.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, the thing is, I'll tell you even with Rogers.
How vulnerable is Canadian system now?
Rogers is a pretty, it's a private company. So I won't even bring up Rogers, because they may not have much to do with the Canadian Security Intelligence Service.
Yeah, but see,
whatever, right?
Do you think a majority of the government websites, majority of the signal systems, that's controlled by Rogers? Whether we,
no, you're right. I mean, the provider is Rogers, of course.
But if they go down,
but the thing is, end of the day, they are considered a private company, and they probably have a separate, scripted or encrypted, sites for the military and parliament and whatever that they've created. and basically, nobody can hack it. Nobody can. That's what they think. They think they live in this la la land, right? But unfortunately, that's not true. And what happened was, 7 days before, the Indian Cyber Force gave them a warning, and nothing was done about it. Daniel Lee Boutillier head of media relations at the Department of National Defense. Okay, he told the Canadian media that the disruption started around noon on Wednesday, September 27th. Before it was rectified later in the day. Later. Okay. We have no indication. He further added that we have no indication of broader impacts to our system. He said no indications. Like, this is like one of those statements that Trudeau made.
They have confirmed allegation.
Yeah, exactly. Those unbelievable. So these are like, we have no indication of broader impacts. So, but there could be, right? The Canadian forces, which represent all military operations for Canada, including the Navy, Special Commando groups, air and space operations, are investigating the issue. Notably, a week prior to the alleged hacking attempt, the group had posted a message. Okay. So this is the sad part about the thing, and unfortunately, their focus has been shifted from protecting the country,
protecting the terrorists,
and doing stuff, to kind of now has shifted to protecting the terrorists and honoring Nazis and things like that.
Wow. But this is unbelievable. I couldn't believe this. Okay. And they give you a warning. Oh my God. They give a warning, and they say, and I am very skeptical. It's not, the site is not brought up by the Canadian military, because here it says clearly the duration is for 2 hours in their tweet. Okay. So I think they brought it down and brought back in again by themselves. You know what I mean? Just to show their power. That
the power of what do you call it? The suggestion, or whatever you want to call it, right? Like, nothing was done by the intelligence services, and I truly don't know, like, how this such a massive thing has been kind of sidelined in the bigger news and stuff like that. And it's surprising. I didn't even see it in the big TV channels or whatever. It was a very small item in some of the newspapers. You really research and Google and whatever to get more information out of this. And it's like the headline was, currently the Canadian Armed Forces website has fallen victim to a cyber attack.
Wow. So I have my last question to you. Okay, how do you see this is a beginning of decline of Canada? Okay, who call themselves as a developed nation and call other countries as developing nation, third world country, whatever they want to call. They have flight that won't fly, and there are confirmed rumors, like what is it? Confirmed allegations, confirmed rumors that the sniff dog went inside. Toronto Sun did an article on it when Trudeau was in this thing, in Delhi, and and now the cyber attack on many sites, many government sites, including Canadian military and parliamentary sites. Is that a sign of a decline?
I think it's a decline in the intelligence services, which is again politically motivated. I have a high regard for the Canadian intelligence, a high regard for the Canadian military, high regard for the Canadian police and the system. But I do not have a high regard for the politics that goes on behind this. Because end of the day, everybody in the government, I'm talking about the who hold political offices, they are mainly interested in protecting themselves. And even when that Nazi incident happened, you know what Trudeau's apology was? I would like to apologize on behalf of all the members in the House of Commons. Immediately, the opposition went into a rage, right? They said, hey, buddy, don't hold us responsible. We are not part of this. Okay? It was your party, your speaker, and you to be blamed. So correct that. But Trudeau, no, he wanted to rope in all the members of parliament. How can you do that? So this is what's going on. It's become so political and so thing that people are getting the support of terrorists to stay in government. and they're doing whatever to kind of continue their
Wow.
their future and their
Absolutely.
that's
Absolutely.
ambitions.
Vinayji, thank you very much. My last word to it is simple. That like what you exactly said, that is, you know what, yeah, there is a huge difference between a bunch of sheeps that led by a lion and bunch of lions that are led by a sheep. There is no
Exactly.
question about it. And you know where Canada is going and why it is going. Anyway, thank you very much, Vinayji. Appreciate you joining us and looking forward to seeing you again. Okay, thank you. Jai Jai Sri Ram. Jai Jai Sri Ram.